shot it pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Do my tag on. I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a mint on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasant's disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Now Mahomes. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
Here's Elliott, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Elliott. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. Still, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Prescott on first down. A dump off to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Read it well, and it's picked. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Chris Jones on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A give to Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And give him a gain of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the 2-point conversion coming up. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his pass incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Here we go. 46. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Wide in. Go. Get out there. 26.
A handoff left. Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
47. 26.
Prescott. He fights him off. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try.
Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now here come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Elliott. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Intended that time for Cooper. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Mahomes now to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's a quick strike out to Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Black 58, Rail! Black 58,
And
Rail!
this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Z! Ready! Blue 45! Blue 45!
Now here's Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
A give to Elliott, running left. Spinning away. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
26.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.